Here we are back again, back in the middle of our poppy field here, and let's assume for this demonstration that we want to mix some colour with some black and white. Again, I'll show you two approaches to do this, and again the first approach may seem logical, but it's a bit ineffective. It's not really the best way to work. And then secondly, after that, I'll show you a much more clever way to do the same job. So let's begin by copying the background layer, and we'll desaturate or drop the color out of this upper layer. So if we go to image mode adjustments, desaturate, Control Shift U on the keyboard, that basically drops this upper layer, as you can see, into black and white. And we'll presume now that we want to start painting the poppies in and mixing the red poppies with the black and white of the photo. So we can add a layer mask. At the moment, by default, it's in white, so it's revealing all of the contents of the black and white adjustment that we've just made. However, we know that if we paint in black, I'm going to zoom in to do this, with a smaller brush. I suppose I could start painting away. I'm painting in black, don't forget, on the mask, and start doing my best. As I said, it really is not the right way to do this, but just to demonstrate the concept, start painting in the heads of the poppies. And I can imagine that some inexperienced Photoshop artists, that this is exactly the approach that they might choose to take to do this task. However, as you can imagine, you'd have to be very accurate, and you're going to be doing this painting from now until Christmas, to paint in each one of the heads of the poppies in order to get the full field of red poppies as you want them on screen using this method. I'm just going to show you the mask again. I can show you the mask on its own, by the way, by moving the mouse over the mask and Alt and clicking. So if I Alt click the mask, we can see how we've been painting on the mask there. The white is revealing all of the black and white content of the layer. The black is concealing it, so we're essentially seeing through to the red poppies in the layer underneath. So to bring the mask up again, the image up again, I'm going to Alt click the mask once more. So that's Alt clicking the mask. That really is an inefficient way to work and not the correct way to do the job. So let's do it the correct way this time. What we can do now is copy the layer once more, and we can again desaturate this upper layer. So image adjustments, desaturate. Okay, now I'm actually going to turn this upper layer off just for a second and make sure that the bottom layer is active. Okay, we'll go to select and color range, and we can select a range of colours using this dialog box in the image. And I'm going to move the mouse outside of this dialog box over the image and click on the poppy head there. Basically, in this display here, what's displayed in white will become your selection, and what's in black will not be selected. And you can make a tolerance adjustment with this slider here. However, I'm going to leave it set to its maximum, and we'll see that it's actually going to select for us automatically all the red heads of the poppies. I'll click OK, and we see them all nicely selected there. I'm going to make the upper layer active and turn its visibility on. And the interesting thing now is when I click this button to add the layer mask, it will take into account that we've got a selection going. And look at the results, watch. Now actually, at the moment, the mask is the wrong way round. What's black should be white, and what's white on the mask should be black. We can easily invert this mask. We go to invert. To do it from the keyboard, it's very simple, Control I, but at adjustments, we're just going to invert the mask. In other words, reverse the colours around. Control I from the keyboard. Now that we've inverted the colours, let me just show you the mask. What's white on the mask is revealing the black and white contents of the layer here, and what's black is concealing the black and white and showing us through to the red heads of the poppies underneath. So again, I'll alt click the mask and we can see that we've achieved that very difficult task, what normally would have taken us, as I say, hours to do, and really we've achieved the same thing much more accurately and just with a few clicks of the mouse. So there's another handy technique in which we can really use the layer mask to our advantage in combination with using the color range command. I'll leave this movie here and we'll discuss some further ideas with layer masks in the next movie.